morning. It is Monday morning, and as promised yesterday, I thought in the midst of trying to get ready, which is crazy, I have other things to do, but because of you, my faithful readers and watchers in zhtv land and Harrod.com land, really, are there any of you? I'm not even sure. But because of the two of you that exist out there, I thought, hey, I have this video that Aaron and I grabbed a few minutes of from last week at the Foreigners Police. So why not throw some stuff in there and put it up for the world to see. So this isn't, you can read about it more on my blog below if you're on my blog. This isn't any actual footage of getting pushed, shoved, or punched, but these are moments that Aaron and I took my camera out and videoed in the midst of everything else that was going on when it was actually safe. So here is a brand new zhtv just for you. So have a great Monday, have a great start of your week, and thanks for stopping by Harrod.com. Peace.
Good morning from Prague. It is currently 3:45 in the morning. I have bananas, and I'm meeting Aaron, and we are going to the Foreigners Police. And prayerfully, we will be out of the Foreigners Police sooner than later with renewed visas. So, I have my lawn chair, my iPod, a magazine, my boots on, my $10 North Face jacket from China, and bananas. And Aaron's waiting in the taxi now. Dobry? Aha. I brought an apple for you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Or banana, whatever these things are. Děkuji. Oh. Alright, so Aaron and I are right by the door. And we got here. And there's a new waiting room. And when we got here at 3:55, there's this waiting room over here. And here's one of the guys that acted like he was running the show. And then they had a list. And Aaron checked out the list, and then all of a sudden everybody cleared out and went to the corner, and they start going through a list. And that's looking very fishy. The guys that are running it, their hands don't look like they work for our office. So Aaron and I are wondering if we're going to get in a scuffle with some people from the further eastern bloc nations. Yeah, so hopefully we get through this. Now they lined them up on the corner, so we'll see what happens. This gentleman right behind here who's picking up the trash, acting like he works here, really doesn't. So I asked him, do you work for the Foreigners Police? He said, no, and then I said, then this list means nothing. And he just looks at me, and everybody else looks at me kind of like, huh, maybe it does. We don't really know what's going on. So here's Aaron sitting in the chair.
With the light.
With
our lighting device.
So we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be much more video between here and there. If a fight starts, we hope a fight doesn't start. Because being in jail would not be a good thing to get our visas. But Aaron's like, I'm here. I mean, I'd like to see him forcefully move us. I'm like, Aaron, if we get in jail, it's not good. So hopefully together we'll be alright. We'll see. Alright, okay, so Aaron's gonna give us a play-by-play what's happened.
We have numbers, but the numbers were a bit of a challenge. See, we were sitting in our chair, and then the policeman came out and told us that we couldn't sit there. So we asked where we could sit. he told us not there. So then we kind of followed him until we got to this place where we could stand. Which then we were told we were cutting in line, even though we were first in line. But we weren't on the list. But it was the Ukrainian, Russian, somebody's list, and it was very confusing. So then we stood in line and got yelled at a lot for a while.
But don't forget we were rude.
Oh yeah, we were rude. Americans. Well, actually, we were rude Englishmen. We were English today for the better part of the first few hours of our time here.
Sorry to our British fans.
We weren't trying to be British. So then we were standing in line after we were told we were rude. And we, the rude ones, were standing there quietly as they're screaming at us and yelling at us. And they decided to start pushing. And so they're pushing me, and they're pushing Zach, and they're shoving Zach. And I'm kind of trying not to get in any more trouble. So I'm telling Zach to just not make eye contact and not say anything, which he's having a hard time doing since he decides to punch him in the ribs.
In the ribs. I got jacked in the ribs by a little Russian dude.
And it wasn't like a little love tap. It was like, hi, let me take one to you. And so we're trying to breathe. Thankfully, Mr. Policeman decided to show back up with his billy club and tell us if there was any more problems that it'd be with him, which we weren't having problems other than that other people didn't like us. So we stood there for a couple hours. And so as the line of like 8 people in front of us turned into like 108 people in front of us. You can see the lovely waiting room with all the people who cut in front of us. But the good news is we have numbers, and now we only have to wait like 5 or 6 hours to get them served.
I was praying a lot. Not that we just got in, but I told Aaron as we walked in, it was like the walk of shame for me. Like, praise the Lord, my identity's not in my manhood, but I'll be honest, seeing dudes that were pushing me and just being rude and I wasn't doing anything, smirking at me, I just had to come and sit down and confess my sin to God. I did get jacked in the ribs pretty good. I feel it even now. And at one point I leaned over to Aaron, and after he did it, I'm like, he just punched me in the ribs. I know. Anyway, hopefully we get through sooner than later, so I need to take a nap and pray or something. Zach and Aaron. It is. Holy cow. Yeah. It's 10:32. We're still waiting. They are on 44, 45, 46. Aaron and I have, I think we have 55 and 56. Oh, 47. 46 and 45. So we should be going soon. This room is way hot. This just isn't very pleasant. But we haven't had that bad of attitudes, which is definitely good. Hopefully we just have everything we can get.
A picture of you with your cuddle buddy.
I have a cuddle buddy. Cuddle buddy. Cuddle buddy. That's why I'm sitting forward. But anyway, this day, we've been here for how many hours now?
5.5. No, 6.5.
6.5 hours we've been here.
And we're on number 47. 8 to go, baby.
8 to go. Just 8. Okay. Peace.